How you doing, Violet Miss? There he is. There he is. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay. So as the title says, we are gonna be doing a Steve guide today. I'll try to refine what we were doing yesterday. What we did yesterday when it comes to the the Steve tutorials and all that. We'll try to make that better today. Because apparently this online thing has been going on since last night. It's been happening the whole day. I cannot even open my X. I cannot open my X and I cannot watch my own stream for some reason until it's a VOD. I don't get that. Could be another ISP problem thingy issue, but we're gonna try to make the best out of the time that we have. Okay? I'm gonna try to share the stream as well if I can. I don't get it. I don't get it. There is no logical explanation for it. So for the next couple days, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be making tutorials live so that it'll be easier for us to do so. Okay? Hold on. Let me try to share the stream. Let me try. Let me try this. Let's try. Anna Williams yesterday though, looking really good. We're gonna do it, Violet Mist. We're gonna try to chop this into a few pieces and then have a Q&A. Have a Q&A very, very soon. If people want to see some things. All right. You know what to do. What are you gonna do, Nicoya? It is definitely gonna be a Steve guide stream. We're gonna try to do yesterday. Bad for you right now because you spent that 5,000 points when we're not even gonna fight people. Did you see the title? Online is not onlining. So this is a tutorial, bro. Oh my gosh, this is a tutorial, Nicoya. So those points, let's do that next time. It says so right there. It is right there. Okay, hold on. Let me fix my camera real quick. I'm gonna fix the filter real fast. I don't know why there are green tidbits in the background right now. What is that? Yeah. Trying to reduce those. That was strange. How you doing, Nicoya? How are things? Okay, there. That's slightly better, I guess. I don't know where those are from. But yeah. We're gonna try to make them clips. We'll try to refine yesterday's lessons, right? Yakuza 4? Wow. Okay, okay. I wonder if I look orange
for the next battle.
in on this map. I hope not. I don't look very orange, okay. Because the soundtrack of that stage is really bomb. Before we get to our tutorial.
Get ready for the next battle.
What is that in the background, dude? Why is the green greening? Oh, there we go. Okay, it disappeared. There. Okay, then the green disappeared. Okay, so hold on. Yep, if you guys wanna take part of this. Hold on, I'm just replying to a message here, guys. How was it? How was Yakuza 4? How was it? Any good? Oh, don't answer that. Of course it's good. And I made some discoveries, by the way. I made some discoveries with Jack. Or at least for the wall. Final boss battle scrappy though? Why? I'll share that with you guys very soon. I'll share the Jack discovery very soon. But for now, we're gonna make a quick guide on this one, a quick tutorial as well. But I'll wait for more people before we start. %80 of the battle you're fighting the boss's goons because the boss himself is easy to melt. Right. It's one of those boss using the minions to inflict damage. That kind of thing, right? The coward big bad trope. Yep, absolutely. Oh yeah, that should be my staple wall here for now. At least for this demo. know what? Violet Mist, how are you doing? Hi, C2Sai, good evening. Okay, we're gonna wait for more people before we begin our recording. I had a huge feeling. That's always one damage up. Am I excited for April 3? Absolutely. I am. I'm excited for the nerfs. I'm excited for the players to start thinking. How different is Anna from... Dude, both those characters are virtually different. Both those characters are completely different. Like, they're not even alike. They share some moves, but they don't play the same at all. Okay. A few more people. Those two people, or those two characters are completely different. Alright, who do we have? Okay, so do you guys experience this particular error that happens? Because apparently from where I am, me and my brother are actually getting some errors when it comes to playing Tekken Online and X. We don't know where it's coming from, but we cannot play Tekken Online right now, and we can't open our Twitter. It's still happening to you? I think it's an ISP thing. Okay, so we're gonna try to talk about how to optimize Jack's wall. Steve Fox's, it's working for you. Okay, we're gonna try to talk about how you can optimize Steve's wall combo for Jack, or Bear. Okay, so we'll also do that on Bear, just because.
Get ready for the next battle.
Hi Hiccup, you're just in time. We're about to actually start our tutorials. Alright, we're about to start our Steve stream guide for Steve's wall combo on the big character, just like we did yesterday. But this time we're gonna try to refine it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is Bear, so... Because apparently our online isn't working very well right now. We don't know what's happening. It could be an ISP thing. It could be an ISP thing, or it could be just us. Steve, question: any alternative for heat dash combo? Because your combo only works for Shout the best and the rest has to be... Okay, that's a very good question, Hiccup. There's a trick to it. We talked about this yesterday. There is a trick to the back one too. There's a trick to the back one too. It's not just pressing buttons. Okay? It is not just about the pressing of the buttons. I actually talked about that yesterday. Mean Chips was up. Delaying? Yes, there's a timing to the duck one. There's a timing to the duck one and both duck ones. Basically, there is a timing. I'll explain that later. And I actually want to do that on stream later too. I'm gonna try to make it as clear as possible, even better than yesterday, because we have time today to do that. Later, we'll talk about that. Tell you what, let's talk about that now. Okay. I explained this to Tim. I explained this to Tekken Tim. Shout out to Tekken Tim. And to majority of the people who are watching the stream, right? So what we're gonna do is... Oh, and it doesn't work on Kuma, by the way. For Kuma, you have to do something different. I'll explain that too. Later, okay? So... Hold on. Let's pick somebody else. Let's pick somebody else. Someone aside from Xiaoyu. Someone who's also very small. Let's go with Alisa or Asuka. Alisa is a good one.
Get ready for the next battle.
And you guys might find it a bit strange the way I talk on stream because I'm gonna use these clips. I'm gonna use this to record for Steve as a Steve guide. Okay, so and I might use this entire stream in portions, in different portions, like one segment of a stream to another. Okay. So here, let me demonstrate first the staple. Oh, let's take out the counter hit, by the way. Oh, what the hell? Well, that's not the staple. That's also my staple. Let me show you guys the actual staple. All right. So that's the staple for Steve, right? And it doesn't get to the wall. Okay, so let me make my intro. Okay, so some people have been asking me how to make the heat dash combo more consistent with Steve Fox, the way that I use it. The down back 2, the wall standing 1, so on and so forth. So the biggest trick is that there's a timing for both duck 1s that you incorporate within the combo. Like that. So what you would want to do, so what you want to do is the first duck 1 has to be a deep dash, but high enough for you to be able to connect the back 1 too. The second duck 1 has to be a very, very deep dash, and it has to be somewhat lower than the first, enough for you to connect your 2 too. So if you noticed during the second duck 1, there was a little bit of delay before I did it. So watch closely. So watch closely. You see Hiccup? I don't know if you're still there, but the second duck 1 has to be way deeper than that of the first duck 1, right? Now, the common mistakes are actually messing up the timing of both, right? If you use that timing, if you use the timing of the second duck 1 on the first duck 1, it's not gonna work. That's what's gonna happen. It is actually gonna drop. There. There's a different timing for both duck 1s. Although it looks like it's exactly the same, or it looks like what you're doing here is just pressing buttons, there is still a degree of timing to it. There is still a certain degree of skill that you have to put into that combo. And I hope that makes sense. So you see that hiccup? There, the first duck one is deep, but high enough for you to hit back one too. The second duck one has to be way, way deeper than that, but still, again, a little bit high enough for you to connect with 2-2. Now, that's going to take some practice, but it has saved me multiple times. I'm actually going to publish content for that tomorrow. Hi, Peloton. How you doing? There you go. So keep practicing. Keep practicing that, and it's definitely gonna be ingrained in your muscle memory. Oh, we're doing okay. We're actually doing a Steve guide stream today because online's not working. We don't know why. There seems to be a bug. Now, I explained this yesterday, by the way, that some people are still used to the traditional, and that's great. They're still used to the staple route for Steve Fox's Heat Dash combo, and that's fine. I did come up with an alternative for a farther wall carry using the same intro of the combo. Just tweaking the ending a little bit, and it's enough to stick to the wall. So let me make a comparison, right? For those of you who are wondering. This is the staple Heat Dash combo, the most standard that most Steve players use. So while that's good, while that's very, very good, it doesn't quite reach the wall as you would want it to in certain situations, right? So I took the liberty of tweaking that a little bit, and some Steves, thank you for that, by the way, have already started using it. They've let me know that this is a route that they've been going for since I launched it. So it looks a little bit like this. So you see, that undoubtedly reached the wall, right? It was a very, very apparent difference from the staple and this one. So there are some pointers that you need to take note of when doing this wall combo. There's no sidestep tailspin, so it's even better. That's right. That's right. That's the biggest difference, right? You're saving that for later in the combo. So let me show you one key reason why I opt to do forward 2-1, because there's an easier way to do that combo, a very, very easy way to do that combo for the same damage, but you're kind of giving up control. I explained this yesterday. So one easier alternative is this. So the only difference there is that instead of using forward 2-1, I used forward 2-2 immediately to a tornado, right? That's good and all. But there will be situations wherein you might need to shorten that combo and you'll no longer be able to adjust it. That's why I opt to go for forward 2-1. I have a video of that, which I'm going to publish very soon. Forward 2-1 allows you to take control of the situation, that last millisecond situation, should the wall be too near. And again, remember, there's a little bit of execution for it. So by changing that ender as well, the going for up back 2 to duck 1, you add just literally 1 damage of difference, right? But the important part about that combo is the forward 2-1 to full crouch DF2 finishing blow as your tornado. Let me try to emulate what it looks like if the wall is too near and you're forced to use forward 2-1. Oh, this is too near. That's too near. Okay, here. I think this is good. Here, let's try this. Oh, and also, I'm gonna use rocket launcher. I'm gonna use rocket launcher. You see how there's somewhat better control when you use forward 2-1 because you can adjust your wall combo from there, right? Let's try to maximize that a little more. See the difference now? There's a bit of control when you use forward 2-1 because you can actually gauge if the wall is right there or not. This looks even better. Yeah. And there's a lot of control, right? So let's do that again. And let's even try to optimize it even more. That's tricky. Let's try something. Hold on. I have an idea. See, it's so near now. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there. Let's try this. Because that's gonna work. Oops. Let's try to optimize more. It's the same damage. It is the same damage, but it's fine. That's completely fine. But you see, that's a big difference. It is a very big difference compared to when you use forward 2-2 and you don't have control of it anymore. Right? You don't have control of your wall carry and all that. Right? I'm gonna try maybe an additional hit. An additional confusing hit. Let's see. I don't know, Peloton. I have a good feeling about this. That's on stream. That was caught. So it does work. So it does work. You're not a Steve main? Hi, Luwai Khan. How you doing, man? We're just doing a Steve guide stream over here. So, yeah. We're just doing a... I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with the god ranks. I do wish that there'd be names. But maybe for now, it's not gonna work yet. You're gonna be a Steve main Peloton because of me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, enjoy the new god ranks. Yeah, the thing is, the only difference would be the Dragon Balls or something. That's the biggest difference. A new ender at the wall. What are we talking about? Have I seen ETC? Yes, I have. Yes, I did actually. It's something else. I'm not gonna lie. It was bound to happen. That's my opinion. That was bound to happen. Oh, that's been around a while. Peekaboo F1+2. Are you talking about the wall carry? But it's fair. After Peekaboo F1+2, are you talking about the after the wall splat? Because this is here, right hook to this. It's been around a while. It has to be flicker 1 to flicker 1 to yeah. It has to be flicker 1 to tornado, right? It has to be flicker 1 to tornado. That's been around since like Tekken 7. The difference though is that we can't do it on low splat. But that is a strong one. I'm not gonna lie. That is a very strong wall combo. What we're doing now is I'm actually helping people here with the maximum wall carry, heat dash combo. The ones that I published, and some Steves have actually started using it. I'm very thankful, by the way. So, oh, what is it? What is it? I have a lot. Trust me, I have a lot. I have like an entire list. I'm not joking. Like, I'm gonna show you. And I haven't published them all yet. I have not published them all. Look. Holy crap, dude. That's all for Steve. That's very good. That's very good. The feeling is nice. Oh, that is too near. Yeah, I know this, but that does. The bad thing is that doesn't work on Xiao. I know this combo. The problem is it doesn't work on Xiao. I've done this before. I've done that before. It doesn't work on Ling. That's why I have different. That's why I explained it a while ago. That's why I explained it a while ago that there are some combos that don't work on Ling and Bear. There's a lot, dude. Wait for it, Luekan. I promise I will publish it. Except that right now, my X isn't working. My Twitter isn't working. Now, let me try to optimize this one more time. The delay that I need to do for that, though. The delay I need to do for that. Okay, here. Let me do this again for clarity. I'm gonna use this combo. Yes, sir. Yes, you should. I told you, as of late, Luekan, some Steves have been sending me messages and they're thanking me for that combo because that actually does the trick. And a while ago, more damage. Yeah, it does more wall carry. It does more wall carry than the usual combo, and I explained it here. Check this out. So this is the same distance, right? So check this out. $65 damage, sure, very good, right? But it doesn't get to the wall. It doesn't get to the wall. Now let's do the Pica twist. Or let's just do 2-2. It is the same damage anyway. It is. It is. That's why you gotta practice it. But that allows you to take control. Hi, Adu. So there's that, Luekan, right? There's that. And a while ago, I explained that the combo that I do with down back 2, the combo that I use down back 2 with, this one, check it out. Right? It's a sure wall hit, albeit with slightly less damage. And there's some tight timings for that, especially for Duck 1. Right? Anyways. Hi, Adu. But yes, a lot of them are thanking me for this. Because they're so used to this combo. And here, Luekan, this does the same thing. Look at this. Check this out. But again, the reason I do forward to 1 is so that I can see if the wall is near. I can see if the wall is nearby and I can control my tornado, right? Because if the wall is too near, you'll be left with no choice but to go for Lionheart 2, which you might lose control over. But that's just me. That's just my take on it, right? How you doing, Nadu? Either way, it'll get the job done. Okay. There's one stream where I did a lot of the Pica combo. And it was such a sight, dude. Like, it was such a sight. It was crazy. Alright. So this stream is primarily for me to record some stuff that will be put in our tutorials. So if you guys are on stream, thank you very much. Because online doesn't work for me right now. Another thing is, yeah, let's go to there's a quick guide that I did for. Thank you very much. Thank you, really. There's this that I did earlier for Arena. Very basic guide, right, for Jack. So this is an optimization. I know. This is an optimization guide wherein I wanna show newer Steve players, or in case you're just a Steve player who doesn't know it yet, that you can squeeze out much more damage against Jack on the wall. Yes, exactly, Peloton. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over a few things that you need to understand when comboing Jack on the wall with and without heat. So let's start with the traditional back one. Yes, here's the catch though, Luwai-Khan. There are situations that are complicated with Lancaster and Flicker 1112. Okay, check this out. This is gonna be very complicated. So first, what you guys should understand, if you don't know yet, is that Jack's expanded and huge hurt box allows for much longer wall combos like so. So easy 97 damage, right? Easy 97. Yes, precisely. So that's one combo for Jack, right? So that actually is a thing. Now, believe it or not, I understand the way can, but this is again only for situations where you're going to be ending the round. Now, this is what's funny. I want you to take note of that. So that dealt 97 damage. It does, Peloton. So Lancaster on the wall does 97 damage, right? And check this out with Gatling gun. Way less damage. Way less damage, right? So that's okay to some degree. But there are instances where if you have hazards involved, Gatling gun does more than Lancaster. We're gonna get to that later. So now let's incorporate heat in case you guys are unaware. Check this out. This is where the complex stuff actually comes in. Oh wait, before anything else, sorry. So now this is what happens if you use Flicker 1112 as a wall ender. So again, this is what happens if you use Flicker 1112 as a wall ender. It deals 1 damage less, right? It deals 1 damage less. Now, we're gonna incorporate heat in this combo, right? Yeah, Flicker 1112 did 1 damage less because Lancaster did 97. Right, let's do that again for reference. So this is using Flicker 1112 as a wall ender. And this is using Lancaster as a wall ender. So in that case, Lancaster is the superior ender. Without question, right? Now, this is where it becomes tricky. Watch closely. We're gonna incorporate heat in the combo because it might be the again, we're gonna try to incorporate heat in the combo because that might be the finishing blow for that round. Check this out. Check what happens when there's heat. That's 99 damage, right? That's 99 damage. So we remember the statistics of how it was with Flicker 1112 versus Lancaster. So check this out. Watch closely. Oops, sorry. My bad. Hold on, let's do that again. Watch closely. Hold on. Yeah, it does, Luwei Khan. Hi, Zato. I have to delay it a little. Hold on. You see the difference? You see that big difference? Without heat, Lancaster is the strongest wall ender. With incorporation of heat, Flicker 1112 is the strongest ender. Thank you, Robo. Appreciate that. And thank you, Peloton. They're starting off of back one counter hit. Yes. $101. Good night. Zato. Yeah. So you see there's a difference. Let me tell you what that difference is. If you notice, there were two things that I did differently for the wall combo. Check out the Lancaster. Hi, Dan Dice. Hello. Check out the Lancaster wall ender. Now check out the Flicker 1112 ender. What's it called again? I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Flicker 1112 during Flicker. During Flicker, just so for shorter purposes. During Flicker stands. Flicker. Spiteful combination. Let's go with Spiteful. Lancaster and Spiteful. And I'm gonna re-record this, okay? Okay, so let me redo that. Let me redo my shoot. So forgive me, guys. I did ask for your patience, because I'm gonna speak very strangely. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna speak very strangely because I will be recording this. So please pardon me. So most people, if not all, are new Steve players. They don't know that they can maximize wall hits with Jack, right? And what you want to do is to try to squeeze in as much hits as possible, because Jack's hurt box is just an open canvas, like so. Hold on. So in that situation, Lancaster did 97 damage. Now let's go with Spiteful combination, aka Flicker 1112. One damage less. However, all of that is gonna change when you have heat activated already. So that's for the Lancaster combination. Now, let's go with Spiteful combination. Significant difference. So why is that the case? Right? Why is that different? Well, one, to begin with, if you noticed, when I did the Lancaster combination ender without heat, the opponent is already visibly grounded. That's one. Or let's consider the attributes of grounded hits, or closer to the ground. So if you notice with the Lancaster ender that I did my Sonic Fang relatively high, right? Jack was literally high up. And that means that the Lancaster combination, since majority of the hits are mid, they're already doing the ground hitting for me, like such. Let's do that again, okay? So to explain that a little clearer, I use Sonic Fang while the opponent's high up, or like when Jack is a little higher, so that the Sonic Fang will elevate them a little higher. I can do the Lancaster combination. Oops, sorry. I'll do that again. You see the elevation from that combo? If I did that same timing and use Flicker 1112 or Spiteful combination, it will not go for that optimal ground hit effect, right? Because the opponent's still a little too high. So let me try that here. See, it only did 93 damage. But if I delay the Sonic Fang just by a little bit, it'll send them high enough, literally high enough, for me to be able to time that ground hit effect off of the Spiteful combination, like so. Check this out. Well, let me do that again for the 101. So we're gonna delay the Sonic Fang just a little bit. Oh, sorry. Let's do that again. I'm gonna delay the Sonic Fang a little bit. There. I hope that makes sense. See, the more delayed the Sonic Fang is, the more traction or more damage you get. The closer Jack is to the ground for you to do your Spiteful combination. See, that's really high. That was really high. Too late. There we go. So I hope that makes sense, right? There's a lot that you can optimize with Jack and Kuma. So that's just one. Wala bang Yoshi guide? Oh, come on. You really want one? He has given in. He has given in to the evil. Oh no, that's too high. I figured, Dojin. I figured. I can't even go online. That's why I'm making this guide. Shout out to Dojin, by the way. Okay. Wow, really? That's how bad it is, huh? Okay, so Joker, I have a challenge. Oh, the Pica challenge. Hold on. The Pica challenge. Hold on, Yoshi. This is the only reason I even used Yoshimitsu in, what's his face? Yoshimitsu in ranked. Ever. Because of this.
Get ready for the next
The Q was dumb. So let's go and Joker. That is the challenge. Oh, it really doesn't reach. What the hell? Yes. All right, so you Yoshimitsu players. This is the only fulfilling thing that I like about Yoshimitsu. Oh, it was right there. Shoot, that was gonna reach. Come on. All right. Well, this is not a Steve guide, but it is a YouTube the challenge. I issue that. That is, I've been doing that since Tekken 7. But back in Tekken 7, it was also somewhat unusable at the time. That was just one of those. That's just one of those challenges, right? Okay, I think it's time to publish. I think it is time to publish. One of my most prolific arts. Prolific. I say prolific. I think it is time to show to the world. One of the weirdest Steve Why did I not use customization? One of the most guarded combos I have ever done.
Did it work?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Wow, that's sad.
It is the saddest thing ever in the world. One of my most guarded Steve Fox stuff-ish in the world of Tekken. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. Catalin Barrows, hello. Thank you for following the stream. Thank you for following the channel. Hi, my name is Pica. I'm a Tekken professional from the Philippines. Get that knockout? I'll try. Hello, my name is Pica. I'm a Tekken professional from the Philippines. I do commentary. You're also playing Steve. That's good. He is very fun. I was a former pro player. I'm a commentator, a coach. I've been streaming for 4 years. Been on Twitch for 2. Welcome. Don't blink. What is that? What? Oh, okay. Different control. Yeah, Jules changed it, I guess. It's not gonna work. Yep. If that actually works, if that works actually Picasso. Well, it is Picasso, dude. It's one of my most prolific protected. Credits? Nah. I have to sidestep. I wonder what ender I should do. It should be the back one to Gatling gun. Because I want to use like continuous forward 1+2s. Imagine doing 5, right? I'll keep that because one of them's a missing hit. Hey, that's fine, Catalin Barros. Shin Ryu, Steve. Okay, so during that elo, during that rank of yours, you can still knowledge check a lot of people. Looking fresh. Hi, Dies Last. We're doing a little bit of tutorials today because online doesn't work for us right now. I don't know why. Five. 5 peekaboo forward 1+2s. One of which has a missing hit. I wonder. It's so bad. I wonder. Because if I can make all 5 hits hit, all 5 hits hit, or all 5 peekaboo forward 1+2s hit, that'll be great. Oh no, 4? Am I doing 4 or 5? I think I'm doing 5, right? So 1 here, and then 1 for the 2 for the wall carry, 3rd for the break. 4. Sorry, 4. We'll do 4. We're doing 4. I'll take that. Everything worked. I'll take that one. So yeah. But yeah, Chana-kun, there's the masterpiece right now. Man, I wish Keenan was here. Dang it. At least I got that on record already. Now, if I want an alternative that actually does damage, there's something else. It deals the same damage, apparently. Oh, come on, dude. That back one is so tricky. I tried that. But I have to move to the side. Like, I need to be here. See? Or a little over here, I guess. Yeah, there we go. There, yep. It's so much weaker, dude. I knew it. The consistent peekaboo forward 1+2 really is the thing. It really is the thing. It deals a lot of damage. Personally, it deals good damage. I like it. Let's do that one last try, and then we're good for the day. Why is it too near? And that wraps up today. Hold on, let me give it to somebody. I cannot watch my stream, bro. Legit. I'ma give you the Goldie. Oh, who's the new follower on stream? Oh, Poultry, I was literally a Undying MJ, hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, Poultry. You follower goal reach. Thank you very much. Let me do a real quick intro before anything else, right? So hello. Wow, I didn't expect that. Hello everybody, my name is Pica. I'm a Tekken professional from the Philippines. I do commentary, I do coaching. I'm a content creator. Thank you, Undying MJ. I'm a content creator. I've been streaming for about 5 years now, and I've been on Twitch for a little over 2 years. Thank you and welcome to the stream. You guys just caught me because much love. Poultry, don't leave. I'm gonna show you something. Since you just got here. Well, a while ago I was doing my guide, Steve guide, but that part of the stream is kind of done, and we did do a little bit of exhibitions, and I personally felt that I should show this today, Poultry. This is one of my most protected Steve things, one of my most protected Steve arts, if you will. So stay Poultry, and hello Raiders. Oh, too slow? Oh, this is insane. It will be. Why? Why is it that late? Your brain doesn't work like a regular brain? Yes. I don't know what to say to that, but okay. That's too near. That's for you, Poultry. Absolutely wild. We try. That is buck wild. Mwah. Chef's keys. How was your stream, by the way? I'll have what he's having. Nothing too much, just a lot of protein. Okay. I don't know why, but right now we've been having problems online, so it's pretty crazy. Also, yeah, we've been talking about this since earlier. It is what it is. It do be like that sometimes, which is why I haven't been able to play matches today. So I took the time to make content, you know, right, and at least document it on stream. So it do be one of those. We can't figure out why. Can't figure out really. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen this already. But for the raiders here who haven't yet, So especially the Steve followers, I'm pretty sure some of your followers are Steve players. And thank you again to Kathleen Barros. Check it out. So if you guys missed it earlier, and thank you to those who have been using the combo and have been messaging me that they've been using this route already for the heat dash combo. Because this is the staple, right? This is the staple. Not quite enough to get to the wall, right? Not really. Now let's even go a little bit further, right? So like right here. So this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. So check this out. Or 2-2. I'm gonna use 2-2. There we go. So let me do that route again for people who haven't seen it, or for people who need it. Ooh, I like says Undying MJ. That's dope. It do be. Saved my life. Right? So that right there is for those who are actually used to that route, the down forward 1-2-1 heat dash combo and such, right? But there is a route that I've been doing for quite some time that some people found really strange, right? But it will always, and I mean always, get to the wall. Watch closely. Albeit with slightly less damage, you are almost for certain going to the wall. Or like 99% chance you're getting to the wall with that. But here's the catch. It's not all pressing buttons. There is a certain timing to the duck ones in doing that combo. The first duck one that you do has to be deep enough but high enough to hit back 1-2. And then the second duck one has to be very, very deep. A little bit of delay, if you will. We Lars Gaming, we are. You see what I mean? A little bit of delay over there, and it goes a long way. It's very useful. And trust me, I'm actually going to publish content soon about that saving my life more than once. Because it really did. It really, really did. Except that Gatling gun is always such a... I don't know what the word is. Gatling gun is such a... You know... And it just goes off axis sometimes. Which I really hate. And I know Steve players can relate. Even the Pica combo here. This one. Still not enough to get to the wall. And Steve Gatling gun whipping on Kuma. Dude, it whips on the smallest characters. I am hella jealous. I am insanely jealous. You know what I mean? Lionheart 2 staple with heat. Hold on. Hold on. So many. The strongest... Oh, the staple is different. Yeah, obviously the staple is different. The staple, I go with this. Depends on the situation most times. Really boring, honestly. Yeah, the 79. But sometimes, if mood strikes, I go for this one. Or so on and so forth. It's always the classic. It's really always the classic, right? And sometimes they do this. Actually, I do want a fun one, as a matter of fact. Please do. Yes, please. Yes, please. I could use some. This is another one that I do. We've won 1 micro dash back 1-2 Lionheart. Omega dash 1+2. Gotcha. Gotta be deep on the smalls. Okay, let's check that out, man. Oh wait, sorry, yeah. It has to be that, right? Am I doing this right? Oh, interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, it looks like it can, right? Thank you for this. Yo, that's fun. That is fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun to do. That was fun. Is there something missing? I think that there's something missing, right? Micro dash back 1-2. Oh, I get it. I knew it. There was something missing. There was something missing. Okay. And then another one. There. For bigger damage. I see it. Dude, that is gonna be huge damage. Like close to 80, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, I see that issue. I see the issue. I see the issue. I think the biggest issue here is the launch in the beginning. Yeah, you're right. I think it's this one. I think you have to delay it. That is itchy. That is itchy. That is itchy. Ugh. I'm gonna feel that in the morning. It is. But because this game is so forgiving, because Tekken 8 is so forgiving, I'm enjoying doing dashing Sonic Tank, to be honest with you. I used to see people do this. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this whatever it is. See? Stuff like that. Even when there's no even when there's no wall. I completely get you though. I do that. See? I do that. That's my thing. That's sometimes my thing in the open. For fun. For fun. Up back to SSR, he duck 1. Also very flexible with routing. Yes. Yeah, dude, Urban Square is also like a playground for Steve. It's a playground for the gov, you know? But for me, I'm a Midnight Siege guy. I'm a Midnight Siege guy. Ambitious. Yeah, exactly. It is the Steve stage, bro. It is the Steve stage right there. Yeah, that is lackluster for me. This is, I would rather do this, right? If it's a staple that we're talking about. The 79 is not bad. But that doesn't carry. That really doesn't carry. Thank you for this, man. I appreciate this. Tab back one string. Right. Let me figure something out over here. Ugly. Just because. That's a waste, but see that's to me this is one of the reasons why I actually don't know a lot about this. I dug the right. Oh, funny as hell, right. The right we've won. That's still useful though. That's still pretty useful. It will have situations. It will have its moments. Trust me. The one thing I realized about Steve is that everything will have a use. Everything will have purpose. Hold on, let me go one more time. So there's really nothing here. I'll show you what I mean. Yes, very. You see how Super Ghost Battle is gray? That's how I know I cannot connect. I cannot connect. Which I do not get. I do not understand. I do not understand. I really don't. I don't know why life is so mean to me. Life is super duper duper mean to me. I gotta go to bed. Oh, a.m. Oh, I was like, wow, you go to bed at 12:30 in the afternoon. Yow. but yeah. Oh, Poultry, one last. You're gonna miss the gist today. Come on, please. Just stay for a minute. This is what we actually discussed the whole day. Or the whole time. Have you seen this difference? You know, I'm pretty sure you know the Jack thing, right? You know the Jack wall combo. I'm sorry, guys, if we're repeating this for Poultry. He did raid us, so please bear with me on this one. So here's the catch, right? You know how it works, that Jack wall combo stuff are, exclusive to Jack and or Bear. The DF121 stuff. Okay, so let's demo that real quick, in case you guys don't know. So here we go. Poultry, definitely the goat. Poultry and goats go together. What's my GPU? I can't remember. Hold on. I can't remember if it's 590 or something. Let me ask my brother. But yeah, we'll talk about that very soon for Revijo. So that's 97, right? Now check this out, Poultry. Check out the flicker spiteful combination on the wall, because we did Lancaster. That deals 1 damage less, right? 1 damage less. 590. I think I'm 590. Now here's what you up back 3 setup. Yeah, up back 3 setup. I get you. Now here's the catch. See what happens if we use heat. See what happens if we use heat. Very carefully. Watch this. $99, right? Fair. Check out what happens with this small tweak. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Watch. Yeah, the DXD ag. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The low hitting Sonic Fang. Right? Oh, I'm a AMD Ryzen 5800. AMD Ryzen 5800. So, yeah. Big chunk of difference, right? Dash Sonic Fang or delay Sonic Fang, either one. That was the topic for today. Because the delay Sonic Fang will not allow Lancaster. Or it does, but it does less damage. It's crazy, right? Yeah. This is sweet. It is. You see how that deals one more damage? It's the reverse. It is the reverse of how it was without heat. See, it resets even. See, it deals 1 damage less. It's the reverse of how it is with heat. So, Steve things. We gotta love those Steve things. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. It's wild stuff. It's definitely wild stuff. Now, can we go to another Steve Teens? Steve Teens. And sometimes, if I'm feeling generous, if I'm feeling stupid, I use it for something else. I use it for a cooler looking wall combo that lands in Peekaboo. This is the only reason I actually use it. Check this out. I do some stupid teen. But that's just me. I like ending in Pab, you know. I like ending in Peekaboo. It really puts on the pressure. So that's just one of those. Anyways, guys, for everybody who tuned in, thank you very much. It's a goat ender. Yes, exactly. I still use that to this day. It's one of my favorites. See? It's one of my favorites. It doesn't deal a lot, but the utility. Of course, Sita side. No problem, buddy. No problem. You know, we gotta godfather the Steves here. In the Philippines. There's not a lot of us. Right? Like I said, landing in Peekaboo is a different beast. Ending in Peekaboo on the wall is a different monster. People would be like, oh no, it's just a reset. It's just like this and that. Nah, dude, nah. No, it's not. Okay. Looney Tunes okay indeed. Look at that! You wake up to this guy in front of you like this. You wake up to him like that. Are you not gonna freak out? Stay down, you eat this. And your hair sharp and pointed, that's right. And you got purple glasses. Anyways, Poultry, I'm not gonna hold you now anymore. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. Thank you very much. And for the Gov gangs who are here, thank you for the follow on Dying MJ, Catalin Barros, a lot of guns, a lot of Gov gangs. See you in great finds. Yes, thank you very much. And I'll see you on the next, buddy. A lot of the Gov gangs over here. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning. Hi, Lamasaur. There, you're here. You're here. You're here late. Why are you late? Just kidding. Who were you? Who were you? Lamasaur, who were you? Hey, don't hide from me. Who were you? Who were you last night? Or the other night? I wasn't able to play last night. So that was the other night for sure. Who were you? Lamasaur, who were you when I played Clive? Stop lying. Oh, I know now. I know now because I remember. Never mind. I know. Keep him guessing. I already know. I already know. Because I remember who I did that to. Okay, so one last recording to make things easier, okay? One last recording. Just for the record. Got you boggled? I'm so mean. Anyways, so for those of you who don't know that you can extend your wall combos on Jack 8 because of his hurt box, I'm going to show you a quick guide on how to maximize that potential with and without heat. So first, if you're unaware, there are two big boy / Jack and Bear exclusive wall enders that you can use. One is Lancaster, or aka Peekaboo Back 1121, and another is Spiteful Combination, aka Flicker 1112, like so. Really? Now let's do Spiteful Combination. Now notice how Spiteful Combination does 1 damage less than Lancaster combination, right? But with heat, that is actually the other way around. So check this out. Lancaster combination. Now let's go with Spiteful combination. It is one of the mysteries of life. We'll never figure out. Kidding aside though, try to make it so that you optimize your wall combos for Jack and or the Bears, because that is definitely gonna put on the hurt. Cheers. That's a good one. Law guide stream when? What do you want to know? Hi Tonsky. How you doing, man? So let me add a little tidbit. So in case you guys want to continue your mix-up and you don't want to have to flip the opponent over or have them stay grounded, or maybe they could, but you want more mix-ups, you can end with Peekaboo 121. That's just a little less damage, but it puts your opponent in a pressure position as soon as the ender hits. Like that. And this is what it looks like if you use heat. Not like that though. This is what it looks like if you use heat. Water drinking guide stream when? Just pucker up, open the bottle, and tee off. Why do we still have a lot of people on stream right now? I love it. Alright. Dude, I'm so tempted to continue my guide. And hello, Gov Gangs back there. If you guys are here, ask away in the comments. What do you need? What do you want to know? What do you guys want to know in the comment section? Name a better duo. Hey, yeah, you're right. There we go. Yeah, Jack falls right away, so... Jack falls right away. Hold on, guys. Let's see if we can raid somebody. Yeah, we can raid Gold Standard in just a bit. Let's raid him in a short minute, okay? We're gonna read Goldie. Does the clinch have a release? Don't press anything. Well, you're supposed to take the mix. You have to duck it. You have to crouch it. All right. So now we're gonna push through with our hide. Okay. So nobody leave. Okay. Nobody leave. This is non-negotiable. We are going to Gold Standard. STINDERD. Lamasaur, stay. Okay. You're gonna see some Steve stuff. Thank you for those who tuned in for this entire Steve guide stream. I really appreciate that. I hope you learned a thing or two, especially about Jack 8's wall combo. So again, thank you for sitting with me through this. We're gonna publish more content like this in the near future. So see you on to the next one, guys. Peace.